Welcome to Cooking with Andrea. Well, another week. I'm super excited. Today I'm going to be making clam chowder. My husband loves this soup. So I've got some clams here, baby clams. I've got some 1 cup of heavy cream. I have 2 cups of chicken broth. And I'm going to give you all the directions in the description box, but I want you to be able to see everything. I have 1 bottle of clam juice. With the clams, I will use everything in this bag. I'll use the juice and the meat of the clam. And then let's go to seasonings now. Seasonings. I have 2 bay leaves. I have a half a teaspoon of pepper, a half a teaspoon of thyme, a teaspoon of parsley, and I have everything out right here. But like I said, I'll put everything in the description box, so we're good there. Okay, my fresh veg is going to be 2 celery stalks. You want them cut small. You want a good size bite, not too big. I have 5 cloves of garlic. I have 1 white onion. The onion and the garlic, I am actually going to puree. We like that bite, and that's the only way I really can eat an onion, but it absolutely tastes fantastic in the soup. My husband agrees, and he's an onion eater. He loves onions. Okay, our roux will be 5 tablespoons of 5 tablespoons of butter and 5 tablespoons of flour. Like I said, just in case I got one of the descriptions wrong, everything will be in the description box. So, my potatoes. Okay, I have golden potatoes here, and I'm going to go ahead and cut these up. But I wanted to show you because I like everything nice and uniform. So I'm just going to do one just like this, and I'm going to use my my potato cutter, and then I'm going to chop them. So you'll get the idea of why I have this on my counter. So I have 5-6 potatoes here. I don't know how much I'll need. I just need 2 cups worth, so I'm good. So what I'm going to do is get all the veg cut up, and then I'll come back and we'll start making the soup together. Okay, welcome back. I got everything chopped up and pureed. Here's our 1 onion, and look at all that goodness. This smells so delicious. So the onion and the garlic are there. Here's our celery. Did just small little cubes. And I'm going to show you the potato in a few minutes, though I have it in water so it sits for a few minutes. So we're going to get started. I'm going to put my pot on here, and I'm going to do a hot pot. I'm going to drop it down to 350. And then what I'm going to do is take my butter, which is 5 tablespoons. And then I'm going to wait for just a minute. One thing I love about this pan is I can actually use my fork, and it won't hurt my pan, which I love. So I'm just going to let this warm for a second. It's already starting to melt. As soon as it melts just a little bit more, I'm going to put my 4 tablespoons of flour. I do 5 butter and 4 flour because I learned with the clam chowder, if you do 4, then it won't be quite as thick the next day, so you don't have to add anything. And that's the way my husband likes it, and if he likes his soup like that, that's the way I'm going to make it. So this clam chowder recipe is super, super easy. I'm going to go ahead and dump it in because everything's starting to cook, and it's starting to bubble. I just wanted to show you. And you can hear the sizzle. I got this recipe pretty much, and I think I added a few other things to it as well. But I got it from our local seafood distributor. Man, I was not a clam chowder fan before. I walked in there one year for Christmas, and I was going to buy some stuff for Christmas, like lobster, or no, I think I was going to buy actually crab, because my husband likes crab. And so does my son. And so I was going to buy that, and I decided they were giving free samples of their clam chowder, and I was like, oh, I don't think I want to taste it. It's going to be too fishy. The lady says, I promise you, it's not going to be fishy. We don't like ours fishy. And I says, really? And she says, yeah. So my gosh, I tried it. All I honestly could taste is this creamy white clam chowder sauce soup, and some potatoes. I actually took a bite of the clam, and the clam was actually good. So what I'm doing is just cooking my flour taste out for a few minutes. It's about a 2-minute cook. And you can tell the color will start to get a little darker than when you started. And this is just my simple roux. I use this roux and everything I make pretty much. It just works so perfectly. Okay, now the reason I'm letting it get so hot is I'm going to dump my celery first. And then I'm going to dump my onion and garlic puree. Because my stuff is going to just cool it down the way I have to eat my onion. And this is the only way I can eat this dish. Now, if I make the onions, me and my husband used to do it where I would make the onions really big. But, you know, it's not tasty for him to have such a big onion. So we learned, oh, if we puree them, oh, wow, it tastes great. Okay, here is the celery. I just put the 2 little stalks of celery in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my puree in. You hear that steam, guys? That's because of all this liquid I get from pureeing the onion and the garlic. I tell you, this is just a delicious way to eat garlic and onion. So if you're not a big garlic onion fan, I say try it this way. See what you think. You know, you don't have to eat it. You know, you can eat it any way you want or just leave it out. Or I used to tell people use powder because I can't stand the crunch. So if I can't eat it, why do I want to make it? Okay, I'm just letting this cook in real fast. Smells delicious. Getting a little bit of bits on the bottom, which I want. There'll be light bits, so we're good. So now what I'm going to do is everything is tossed in the butter and the roux. I'm going to go ahead and add my 2 cups of chicken broth. And now what we're going to do is give it a good mix. And then we're going to add the clam juice. Smells delicious. And see, the reason I don't have to keep my onion cooking as long is because mine's already pureed. So all you'll do is make more bits at the bottom, which is great because when it's cooking, it's going to get all that beautiful garlic taste. And you don't want too many dark bits at the bottom because you have a light colored soup. So that's another reason why you want to get it in there. And now what I'm doing is just mixing everything, separating my pureed onion. Now because I use a pureed onion, I have to work a little bit harder. I have to separate it. I'm going to take 1 bottle of clam juice. Yum. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take more of my clam juice here. Just a little bit. And then we'll put that in when the soup is done. Now what I'm going to do is, we're at 350 cooking. It's starting to re-warm again. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the sink real fast. I'm going to get the potatoes and I'm going to come right back. Okay, so I just went to the sink to drop out get rid of the water. My potatoes are just cubed. That's all you have to do. You know, I'm that weird person that likes to use my one little French fry cutter just so that pretty much everything is uniformed. But all it is a cube. So do it however it's easiest for you. Okay, so I'm just gonna put in these potatoes. We've got the celery, the onion, and the garlic. Yum, smells delicious already. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take this down and I just wanna show you how it's looking so far. It's looking, mighty beautiful. So we're looking good here. And then, now what I'm going to do is go in and add my seasonings and let everything boil until potatoes are fork tender. Once the potatoes are fork tender, then we get to come back and add our clams, our heavy cream, and we'll be good to go. So first I'm going to put in the seasoning, and that's just my pepper, my parsley, my thyme, and some bay leaves. So look at that, looks absolutely gorgeous. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, everything is stirred up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put this back right here for a minute, and then I got some bread. I'm gonna serve my clam chowder in a bread bowl today. So while this is boiling, I'm going to go ahead and get this cut and this in the oven. And then as soon as the potatoes done, then we'll come up come back and do the clam and the heavy cream together, and we'll check our bread. Welcome back. This is how our beautiful clam chowder is coming. Potatoes are nice and tender. I'm going to try one. And now I have, oops, perfect tender. Now what I'm going to do is put this back on. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to add the clams and the heavy cream. So we're going to get our pan back on. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're going to go to 212. I don't want any more boil now because we got our potatoes nice and boiled. This is how it's looking. And we're back to 212. Now nothing else can boil. We don't want it to boil. All we're going to do is basically heat this. So we're going to take the cold clam. I'm going to actually drop it to 140. Then I get no bubble in it whatsoever. So I'm going to drop it to 140. We're going to add all these luscious clams and its juice. Smells delicious. Let's get these mixed. And that just dropped my temperature a lot, which is fine. Because I want my temperature to heat up, but not, I don't want to boil anymore. I just want it to get nice and warm. So we'll take about 5 to 8 minutes to warm this. It was about 18 minutes for my potatoes today to boil and everything to come to the texture that I like them. We don't like them too mushy because we don't want the soup to be mushy. And we don't want them not done though, because I can't eat a potato that's not done. That is just wrong. Potatoes have to be in that perfect spot. You know, and I love potatoes. Okay, this looks absolutely gorgeous. Okay, smells good. So what I'm going to do is let this heat. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it to 212. Just so that it's a little, just a little rolling boil just to get me up to par. I'm going to go in here. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay. That potato got me that I tried earlier. I'm going to go ahead and let this warm. And I'm going to go ahead and cut up our beautiful, beautiful bread bowl. And we'll be back. Okay, welcome back. It's ready. So let me try and be delicate here. Delicious. Smells delicious. This is Andrea's easy clam chowder soup. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to add a little salt and pepper because you know me and my family, we love salt and pepper. Or we love pepper. Let me add a little bit of salt. I tasted it, and I'm going to taste it one more time in front of you guys too, right here. Oh, really good. You can taste the clam forward. Wow, absolutely delicious. Now what I'm going to do is go in and take a bite of my bread that I toasted. And let's come in and get a little bit of clam and a little bit of potato. Fantastic, so easy. If you like the content, if you would please share, like, and subscribe, I'd be so grateful. Thanks, you guys. Have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed week.